Dillian the Body Snatcher White here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Right, so the American viewing figures on HBO are in for Dillian Whyte's 6th round knockout victory over Australian's Lucas Browne. And it done pretty well, all things considered. And for the live fight, which would have been about, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon American time, peaked at 444,000. And on the replay, it peaked at 490,000. So that's some pretty good numbers, really, all things considered. So that's like, 950,000. So nearly 1 million viewers if you combine the two. Now, of course, I don't know how many people watched it live and then watched it on replay. Obviously, I don't know. And obviously, there's been a lot of people who maybe don't have HBO over there and end up streaming it or whatever. Obviously, I don't know. And with HBO, again, I'm unsure whether or not that's like a monthly subscription channel, like what we have with Sky Sports, where, you know, we pay for Sky every month and then we pay a bit extra to have Sky Sports. And then if it's going to be pay-per-view, you pay a bit more on top of that, right? But I don't know how that works with HBO. Maybe it's just a free-to-air channel, or maybe it's a monthly subscription. I have no idea. But either way, considering that Dillian Whyte and Lucas Browne have never headlined their own show before, that's pretty good for America. Now, I don't know what the viewing figures are for UK. Sky never really releases them. I'm not too sure why. But by the looks of it, that ain't bad. It really isn't too bad at all. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't have done as well as the other ones, like, a Lomachenko or a Canelo or anything like that. I mean, that's never going to outdo that. But I think for a first headliner, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, considering that most people in America probably don't really know who Dillian Whyte is until lately, anyway, and probably almost certainly don't know who Lucas Browne is, unless you're a real avid boxing fan, right? But that's not bad. That's not bad for a first one. Obviously, if Dillian Whyte manages to get hold of Wilder, then obviously the viewing figures will be much more than that. Of course it will. But hopefully, we get to see that fight and we can compare what the viewing figures are going to be. But, I would imagine that'll be a hell of a lot, as, a lot of Wilder fans, if you like, will be quite nervous of Dillian Whyte, because you don't really know what he's going to bring. Depends on what Dillian Whyte turns up on the night, I suppose. Is he going to swing for the fences? Is he going to box? All that kind of thing. So that would certainly get a lot of eyes on it. But obviously, Wilder, he's on Showtime, isn't he? Although I have heard that his contract is due to expire or something. Don't hold me to that. I don't know that for a fact. So, either way, live, 444,000 at its peak, with an average of 387,000, and that's live. And with a rerun, which obviously would have been played in the evening, American time, 490,000 at its peak, with an average of 427,000. So that's not bad for a fighter who most Wilder fans want Wilder to avoid and don't want to get in the ring with him, even though at some point he's going to have to. He really is going to have to. If the WBC force it, then what's going to happen is everything will go to a purse bid, and Eddie Hearn will not pay out as much money as what he would be if it was a voluntary. And of course, if it's a voluntary, he can throw in there in the contract a rematch. But with mandatory, it doesn't have to be. So, who knows? Either way, that's not bad viewing figures for a relatively unknown fighter in America. So, that's pretty good. So, anyway, drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.